Okay, talk a lot about habits and forming a habit, whether it's just 5 minutes out there or 20 minutes out there, super important just to get out there. But let's take it a step forward and a step further. I was speaking to somebody recently who's really good in yoga, like an expert yoga, more than 400 or 500 hours, that type of person who is in shape due to yoga. And now she wants to get into better shape by inserting the gym. And already has knowledge of the gym, knows how to use all the machines, knows the progressions in terms of weight, knows kind of when to back off, knows what it feels like when something's wrong, detailed knowledge in the gym. But when you look under the bonnet, and when we kind of sat down and looked under the bonnet, and we kind of went through the goals, which were, okay, I want to improve certain parts of my body, my back, my shoulders, my legs, triceps, etc. She'd never broke the body down into 6 body parts. You know, chest and triceps, legs and shoulders, back and biceps. And that for me, kind of coming out of school, at high school, sort of 15, 16 years old, and then onwards from there to college and basically all my life, has just been second nature. And the reason you break the muscles down when you're doing fitness, when you're in the gym, is because exactly the same way with interval session in the midweek and then 3-4 days later you do your long run, when you stress the body, especially when you stress muscles, tendons and ligaments, they need 72 hours to recover. And what I mean by that, what's actually happening is the muscle, if you're doing a bicep curl, the muscle will have micro tears in it because you're taking the stress of the barbell. Let's say, for instance, you can lift 10K either side and always kind of focus on one arm at a time, but you're micro tearing the muscle. So the muscle builds back over the next 72 hours stronger. So that it's getting ready to lift that 10K again, and maybe more than that, 10% or 20% more than that, because it's ready for that load the next time. That's how the muscle grows. And whether you think of kind of getting in shape as the muscle's growing, or you just having more definition, the muscle has to grow. So essentially it's all about diet, but then letting the muscle grow with a lower body fat percentage so you see that more definition. So in terms of like the shoulder, sculpting the shoulders, sculpting the back, and then sculpting the legs, and then the triceps. If those are the focused areas, then that person needed to just give 72 hours in between sessions. So what we did is, okay, those are the 4 areas you're looking at. So we're gonna do legs and shoulders on one day, and back and triceps on another day. But you need to do Monday and Thursday, for example, and then Tuesday and Friday, or Wednesday and Saturday. There's got to be 72 hours in between. And what you'll see from that is, initially we're gonna add in a few more exercises. So you'll get some soreness because you're hitting the muscle. Even if you've been doing triceps for the last 15 years, if you're putting in different exercises, you're hitting the muscle at a different angle. And therefore there will be some soreness in the days that follow. It maybe takes 2 or 3 days at least for that soreness to subside, but then you can go again. And maybe in the beginning you need to give it 4 days. But I don't want there to be a mixed message there. Like every 3 days, every 72 hours, you can hit that muscle group. And you know, you get to a point with, for instance, bodybuilding, and they're kind of the extreme, but you can always look at the extremes, like we look at, you know, Eliud Kipchoge and running, to see what he's doing, and then we can kind of make our training program around what he's doing, scale it back. If you look at the extreme of fitness and bodybuilding, bodybuilders will do each body part once per week, to a point where they're only doing core once per week. And a lot of them don't even train core because it kind of comes as a byproduct of everything else they're doing. So they'll just do biceps one day and they'll hit it so hard over the course of an hour, 2 hours, that it needs 5-6 days in order to fully recover, in order to go again. And they're obviously getting, with the gym, you've got kind of like, with strength training, obviously if you're doing bench press, there's a bit of biceps in there. So you're always kind of hitting at certain, there's not completely 100% chest, the bench press. You're gonna be getting shoulders in a little bit, the forearms are gonna be a little, the wrists are gonna be doing a little bit, and the biceps are gonna be doing, so you've got that in the week. The focus with this goal was, okay, we're going to separate the week into 4 sessions. You're gonna add in that structure for the first time. You're still gonna do your yoga, you're still gonna do your running, you're still gonna do that fitness, your diet's still gonna be clean, but what you're gonna see is once you add in that structure and you track it, you're gonna see within 2 to 3 to 4 weeks, big changes. And it's gonna shock that girl of the changes that will actually occur by adding some structure in and some methodology into the training program, instead of just going to the gym. And this is already somebody who's in superb shape. So imagine what it could be, 1 second. Imagine what it could be if your starting point is way below. you can make massive gains. And then once it starts getting interesting, because it's exciting to see yourself in a different way when you're looking in the mirror or your friends compliment you, what's can happen? And if your weakness in running is strength, and you just insert a bit of strength and say, okay, I'm gonna hit the legs twice a week, and really focus on building big, strong glutes, strong hamstrings, strong quads, and a robust lower leg, with that kind of 3-4 weeks afterwards, as long as you put the training, the big sessions in around that, so you're waiting for the body to recover properly before running hard or running fast, you're going to see massive differences. So if you can make that what was a weakness because you wasn't doing it at all, you can make that weakness a strength, the leap forward is much bigger than just kind of moving something that you already enjoy, you're already doing, it's already a strength, improving that. You get what I mean? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I think it's great. It's brilliant to talk to people who are passionate, super passionate about anything. But when it's another sport or fitness or another thing like yoga, it's fascinating because when you talk to somebody and their eyes light up about what they're passionate about, you've really got them into something. And then just ask questions and they will open up about that and tell you why they have got in such great shape and how you can apply that to your life. Yeah, good luck.